It's now March 2011. I purchased this fairly mature Acer Palmatum Japanese maple. It already has some good shape. I'm not gonna make it into a bonsai. I mean, it's pretty big. I'm just gonna grow it into a big container. Do a little trimming and enjoy it for a couple more years, and maybe later on decide to make it a bonsai. This spring now, you can see the leaf buds start to grow now, so this is a good time. Actually, it would be nice if I repot it a little bit earlier, just when it's about to open. Right now they're opening already, so it's kind of a little bit late, but it's still okay timing. This tree came wrapped, I believe, kind of bare root, so I had to be careful when planting it. So this is the big pot I'm planning to use. It has some good drainage, but just to be sure, I drain a few more holes just to make sure it has very good drainage. Okay, to start, at the bottom of the planter I'm going to put some rocks so that the soil won't be stuck. Won't plug the holes. Put some rocks to improve the drainage, like this. Put a thin layer of rock or bark. Then I'll start mixing some soil. I like to use a mix of vermiculite and then regular garden soil, and then some perlite. All this just to make the soil real loose and easy to drain. So this is the potting soil that I bought. It says, ready to use, no mixing. So you already have some good soil and already some perlite, but I just like to mix a little bit more just to make it better. People might ask, what's the proportion? In this case, it's a big pot. I'm not trying to do a bonsai, so I'll use a lot more soil than perlite. So I would say a fifth. I will mix a fifth of perlite and a fifth of vermiculite, and then the rest just soil. So putting some vermiculite and some perlite. It might be overkill to put so many of them, but I'm just afraid. In my past experience, a lot of times the soil get compacted and then the plant dies. So I just want to be sure. Okay, now it's time to take a look at to see what's inside the sack and see how's the root structure, how's it developed. This is always the surprise part. So now you see the root ball here. Looks like very out of clay soil. I would try to break some of this soil off. They probably use this soil to wrap the roots just to retain moisture, but this is not a good soil to keep them in, to live, to be growing well. So I'll try to break the root ball a little bit, not too much. I don't want to disturb the roots too much because the plants is already start to grow. So yeah, you even got a earthworm in there. Okay, almost done here. Just want to scrape some more clay off the bottom to expose the roots so they can grow out better. in the potting mix. Here it gets a little bit more delicate, so I'm going to use my hand just to break the soil off instead of the shovel, so I don't want to damage some the fine roots here. Just want to loosen it. Anyway, so all I'm doing is just trying to protect the roots, not to damage it too much. And remove the clay soil so the roots can grow out. Okay, I think that should be it. I'm gonna put this into the pot and put the soil on top, and that should be easy. So you want to cover the soil just about here. I will cover the soil up to here, and don't cover the soil up to here. That will be too high. So right now the plant is sitting a little bit low, so I'm just going to add more soil to raise the plant up. Okay, this is more or less the right height. So I'm just going to make a little shallow area here and put the tree here. So, and then cover it with soil. Okay, almost done. So we almost done. You might want to stand back a little bit just to check. Make sure it's straight up, it's not crooked or anything. You know, just some final checking. Looks good to me. As you're adding the final touches of soil, don't forget to tap the pots a little bit to make sure all the soils, all the air pockets of the soils are out. And then you might want to press a little bit to compact the soil a little bit, not too much. Just want to make sure that it's not too loose. Yeah, it's done. The next step I'm going to do is to water it and then do some light pruning, and then that should be it. I forgot to mention, actually before you water it, you want to move it to the location where you want it to be for now, because when you start watering it, the pot is going to be heavy and you're going to have problem moving it. So I'm putting it here right near the entrance where it gets shade all day, just for now. Even though the Acer Palmatum, it can take it can take full sun to part shade, but right after the repot, it's better to put it in the shade. I will put it for 2 weeks so you can get used to it before exposing it to to a lot of sun. So, well, I didn't show you the whole watering process, but just keep watering it. You can use a hose with fine spray water and just keep watering it until you see water start coming out from the bottom of the pot. That should be a good indication that the plant is well soaked with water, and it's draining, so the drainage is working well. And that's it. I mean, this is it for the first watering. The plant will be in shade for a couple of weeks, so it won't need too much water. I would say the next watering will be probably a week from now. So my strategy for pruning will be it'll be a very light pruning. Probably just remove anything that's too long, any dead branches, just to keep it a well proportionate shape. That's all. Nothing too heavy. Usually like the tip here. Want to remove it. Here this one definitely is too long, so here will be good. Same with this one. You can cut it here or here, but I just like these two new leaves the better. So this one is the damaged branch, so I'm just going to cut it back here. Also on the top of the tree you want to trim it a little bit low, so otherwise these taller branches will become dominant, and you know, it will take all the vigor out of the tree. So you want to cut them off so the lower branches have a chance to grow also. There are also some thin branches here along the trunk that you don't really need, so you can cut them off. Remember to cut them off flush here, flat against the trunk. That's it, I'm done. This is a very light pruning. I'll probably cut off like 10-20 little branches, and I'm just gonna leave it there. Let it grow. I'll take another video when it's fully leafed out.